Wow, can't even get a word in. Blesses you guys, your girl coming back in with another one. So we're gonna try to stand still so that we can stay online. I hate that when that happens. But anyway, when they say, oh, it's two sides to every story. It's two sides to every story, especially when you break up with a knock and they go on a smear campaign and all of the flying monkeys and all of them, you know, are supporting the narc. But what I want to say is it really two sides of a story? I'm going to do the topic on that. And is it really? Because Pub clocked that. And I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Like, is it really two sides to a story when it comes to... See that? That's how Satan works. Don't even want you to get your point out. But I wait it out. I pray when that happens. But is it really two sides to a story when it comes to abuse? How are you going to justify that? Okay? And, you know, even if you're the victim and you're telling people your truth, you know, they was verbally abusive, physically abusive, financially abusive. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. They controlled this. They controlled that. Whatever it was. Your truth. Okay? I got upset because they were cheating and they physically abused the person because they found out that they were cheating or whatever. So now they're upset because they're feeling shame that they got caught for something that they should not be doing. And those narcs that, you know, physically abuse people and be like, you make me do this. Okay? Let's talk about that two sides to that story. How is it two sides to the story? That they go around, they're trying to justify abuse. They're trying to protect the abuser. You know, they just as sick as and as crazy as the abuser. And they all on the same boat. They do the same thing. So this is why it's okay for them to be like, well, it's always two sides to a story. Is it? You go to the hospital because they broke your arm. And you go to the hospital and they got to fix your arm. Of course, doctors are going to be asking questions. What happened to your arm? It didn't just break its damn self. Okay? So when you tell the doctor what happened to your arm, they fixed the arm. But of course, they got to make their reports. Is that two sides to a story? No. The report is the story. If it's the truth, there's no two sides to the story. It is, okay, I'll take it back. It is two sides to a story. The truth and not the truth. And at the end of the day, God knows the story. There's nothing anyone can say, the victim or the abuser can say that God don't already know. God knew that was going to happen even before it happened. God knew that story, that one side of the story, even before it happened. So it really, really bothers me when these clowns be out there like, well, it's 10 sides to the story. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. You go live my side of the story and then come back and tell me two sides of the story. You go be with that abusing ass clown and you come back and tell me two sides to the story, or will your story match my story? That's crazy, y'all. I was just thinking like, what did we come up? I mean, I get it. It's no different than going to court. I get it. Everybody got to tell their side of the story, and then the judge have to believe what, or not believe, proof of the story, and then make a decision or whatever, okay? But you are the judge. You are the jury. You can make a decision on this so-called, my quotation marks in the air, two sides of the story. You actually have the choice and the decision and the right to choose what part of the story are you going to live. What part of the story that you believe. What part of the story that you want to deal with. Okay? Two part of it. Let me stop. I'm about to go somewhere else with that. But no, I just my I was just like, and then the other part is the story of the abuser and all of their victims can tell the exact same story, because the abuser is doing the exact same things to everyone that it encounters. So how could people that don't even know each other, never saw each other, never met each other, can tell the exact same thing that was done to you from a person, but it's two sides to a story? That sounds like it's 100 sides to the story. If you start collecting these people, finding out the story. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. Because I got to get to the next one, right? I got to get to the next one. But some people are never going to like what you say, and or, things that you choose to do, or sides that you decide to, to take or whatever. They're not. Actually, sometimes it has nothing to do with the other person. It's just that they don't like you. The person that takes the side of the other person, which they really don't really care, it's just to find a reason to hate you. People don't have to have a reason to hate you. They just need it so it can be their side of the story. Ooh, fire. Look at God. I'm about to walk it out. That's what I mean. When people do things to you and they know what's wrong, and they have to have a reason so that they can justify why they're doing, saying, acting, whatever it is, to harm someone else, so that they can have their part of the story, which is the part of the lie. And they can't fool everybody. I don't even want to go up under this tree. Let's do this. They can't fool everybody. They damn sure can't fool God. And it doesn't even really matter. It truly, really doesn't even really matter. As long as you got your peace, you don't have to deal with them. First of all, what people believe or think about you won't change nothing. It won't change nothing. So this is where you got to get to the part where you don't care about neither side of the story. You just got to work on you. Now, you have to deal with your side of the story and your truth. You just have to. But it does not even really matter. Because at the end of the day, people think that they have to have a right in your life to make your life whatever it is that they want to make it, whether they want to make it good or bad. But we're talking about bad, and they feel like they have the right to do that. Agents of the devil, just agents, they feel like they have the right to do that, and there's nothing you can do about your life. It doesn't even matter if it's parents, especially these female narcs, especially them when them daughters, or them sons grow up. They start getting jealous of the daughters because the daughters remind them of what they used to look like. Not used to be. Because the daughters always come up on top. Because nowadays, these kids are not playing about manipulation. But they get jealous of their daughters. And it always ends up where the daughters get kicked out or leave. With the sons, it just becomes some sick, emotional, ancestral, no cutting apron string, and now they're attacking whomever he wants to be with, and he can even want to be with another male. Don't even really matter. They're going to always insert themselves as competition. They want to rid the daughters and control the sons. Make it make sense. There's no two sides of that story. The kids going to tell their side of the story, which was their reality. But I got to go because this can go on forever and ever and ever. This is the video that could never end. If you want to keep talking about two sides to a story, but it is. And you know, the stories that these narcs tell, these toxic people tell is always holes in the story. Always holes in the story. Even if they can't even come up with a reason, they'll be like, oh, it's just something about them. It's just something about them. Yeah, that what? The Holy Spirit? The light that shines beneath them? The light that you wish you had? Or the life that you wish you had? Or whatever it is that they got that they wish they had? Two sides to the story. They say it's the truth, not the truth. What do they say? What do they say? I might get this right. It's the truth, not the truth. And their truth. No, I think they say it's their truth in the real truth. I think that's what it is. Don't hold me to that. No cap, don't hold me to that, because I probably just chopped it up. But I got to go. It feel good. It rained all day. I'm always coming out here watching these dang on ducks. But I love coming out, just getting, you know, my walk in, enjoying the weather when it's feeling good, because this heat down here, ugh, it's two times to my story. With this heat, I get mad and madder. I be getting on my own damn nerves. Like, I just cannot take this heat. This is just, look, years and went by to the point it's not even fun no more. It's like the heat down here turns into the narc once February, March, April get here. It's like, man, the heat turns into the narc, pissing everybody off. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Be blessed.